Hey, Tracy here with BibleJournalingMinistries.com, and today I have a review of the Arteza product line. They actually were so kind and sent me some samples to share with you in this review. So let's go ahead and get started and look at what they sent us. They sent this first pack is a Waterbrush pack. It says premium on it. This Waterbrush pack they do sell on their website, but I also know that they sell them on Amazon. And so this runs a little under $13 today on Amazon, and you get 3 different sizes, actually 6 different sizes, but it looks like 3 are broad tip and 3 are fine tip. So we'll take a look at that in just a minute. And then they sent these Real Brush pens, and I'm super excited to review these for you. Somebody in our Bible journaling community said that they used these, and they're water-based ink, so I'm not sure if they're going to bleed through or not, but I thought we could try it in the review and see if it actually bleeds through. Now this is a premium set, it says, and it retails for $21.99 on Amazon. You can also buy it on their website, and I will try to get a discount code for you as well. And then they sent me these wood pencils, and I really appreciated that they sent them in a box, because whenever you are using woodless pencils, they will break if you're not too careful. So they really did a good job of packaging these up, these woodless watercolor pencils. So I'm really excited to give those a try. And these run about $18.99 on Amazon as well. So definitely a really great item to, you know, just kind of try out, and definitely fair pricing. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to look at are these brush pens. If you've never used a brush pen before, they're really awesome. What I like to do is put water in them, but you could also, if you wanted to or had a favorite type of ink, you could fill them with ink if you want to. That's entirely up to you, but I always prefer to use just water. So basically what they are just paint brushes. So let me pull that top off, and you push where it says push, you push and water comes out so long as you have filled up the reservoir. So when you fill these up, you can use a little pipette. I have one here that looks dirty, but it's not. And you can just take your pipette and just pour the water in there, or you can put this underneath a sink, your sink, and go ahead and fill it, but don't fill it all the way up to the top. It does need some air, so I would recommend just filling it up probably to where it says push will be just fine. So go ahead and then you just twirl this and keep it closed, and you can see it's not going to leak. So yay! Good job, guys. It's nothing worse than having a leaky water pen. What's also awesome about these water brushes, if you've never had one before, is that you can take them with you on trips. So let's say you're traveling around and on an airplane. There is nothing worse than trying to get a, if you're painting on an airplane, number one, such a small space, but number two, if you have a little cup and trying to dip your paintbrush and not spill the cup over. So what I like to do is just have a rag nearby, and what I'll do is I'll take my rag and I will have whatever I'm coloring on or working on, and I'll paint with it, usually using watercolors, and I'll take my water brush and I'll just kind of squirt out a little bit of the water to start the flow and getting that tip a little bit wet. And you can start to see, you can actually see it yourself, how the pen is a little bit starting to get wet on my skin. You can see that, right? So then what I'll do is I'll put that in some watercolor, and then I'll just paint with it, and when I'm done with that color, I'll just wipe it off and then get another color. So it really makes traveling fantastic, and I will definitely be using these on the road for sure. And you also get, let's see, let me show you all the different sizes you get. You get the broad. Let's look at this one, if I can get the lid off. Well, super broad. And another broad one, and then we start getting into the fine tip ones. That's super. That one's going to be so awesome. You can do a lot of fine lines with this one. And then we have a medium, and then of course the one we've been using. So these are all the different brush sizes that you have, and the bristles are really soft. So they're very soft and they're very flexible. So for the price, it's a bargain. And what's awesome is when they contacted me, the first thing I did was look to see if anyone else had been using them. And when people said that they were using them, I thought, well, why don't we give them a try and see if they work well in the Bible or not. So we'll find out here soon. But that's a water brush. If you haven't had a water brush before, now you know what they are. And they come, many different companies have them. So sometimes you're able to, I saw a pack of 3, I'm not kidding you, for like $27 at Michael's, which I thought was really high. So to get this whole pack of 6 for whatever on Amazon is awesome. So that's that. The next thing I thought we could try out are these Woodless color pencils. Woodless watercolor pencils. So the thing about watercolor pencils is that you can use them either as a pencil, coloring pencil, or you can add water to them to make them watercolor, obviously, right? And ooh, they have a strong odor to them, just in case you wanted to know that. And the only thing so far I'm not liking about this part is that there's no box. So once I take them out, I'm going to have to find a place to store them. So that's okay. And at least they come in these little tins. Oh, these are really high quality. Oh my gosh. I didn't think these were very high quality, but they are actually. They're really heavy. I am really surprised. Let's give them a shot. Let's grab the Beautiful Word Bible and let's go ahead and just flip to something. Let's just want to color so you can see. And let me just grab something to put behind my Bible. Like this little Bible kitchen mat here. And then I'm going to go ahead and take these Woodless pencils. And I can't, it's hard for me to explain, but it's a heavy pencil. It's literally, it is definitely substantial. So you can just color with them. And the colors are really beautiful. I'm just going to scribble a little bit here for you. And this is interesting because it's like almost 2 different colors in here. I'm getting some gray as well as, maybe that's just the way it's packaged, I don't really know. I was getting some, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's almost like I was shading with 2 different colors here for a second. So maybe it's just the way it's manufactured, because it seems to be just brown now. Okay. So I just colored a little bit. And let's go ahead and add some green. And we'll just do a little bit. We won't do the whole tree because this is just a review. And I want to mix some colors. This is emerald green that I'm going to use now. I'd like to kind of blend the colors together. That's my idea. That's the idea. So I was using aquamarine, and now I'm coming in with green, and now I'm going to come in with some grass green and just see how these colors blend, if they do at all. Okay, so we'll use our water brush since we have a new water brush. And we'll go ahead and activate that color. Now there's no gesso on here. Oh. This is just like watercolor. It's better. It's so funny because I've had a chance to try other watercolor pencils and I didn't like them. So I'm very pleasantly surprised with these, to be honest with you. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring this out. I mean, I have artist quality watercolor pencils. Obviously you've probably seen me use them. I've got the Prismacolor, I have the Derwent, but these are great. Okay. I like them. They're definitely a high, I would say they're definitely a high quality. Huh. I actually did not expect them to look that good. This is great. I'm not trying to, be mean, but, sometimes you see a lot of stars on Amazon or wherever you're looking and you kind of wonder if they're real or not. So, these were, I guess those were good reviews because I think it colors nicely. Now, and they're really, the only bummer that I'm having with this is that there's nothing for me to put these in now. So now I have to take them out and put them in a container. Okay, so there's that. The next thing we are going to try is the blendable water-based ink. These, let's go ahead and open those. You get quite a few colors in here. And on the back it says, join the Arteza Club and get 20% off your next purchase. So you have to scan this QR code though. So I'm not sure. If I can get a coupon code for their website, I will definitely give it to you. But know that you can purchase them on their website as well as on Amazon. Alright. I think what I'll do is, because this is still a little bit wet, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little piece of paper towel down. Whoops. So just in case, I don't want that to come onto this page and mess it all up. So here, what I've done here to test these out is I have one page that is gesso. So this page is prepped with gesso, and I have put down the Ranger archival ink here. And then this page, there's no gesso on it. So I'm wondering if it will bleed through. So this page is protected, this page is not protected. I used StazOn ink for this one because I knew the archival would bleed right through. And it better not have bled through there. Nope, it didn't. Okay, good. But the StazOn just kind of sits on top. There's a little ghosting, but it doesn't bleed through, and that's why I used it there. So just to reiterate, there's 2 coats of Dina Wakley clear gesso on this page, no gesso on this page. I've got the archival ink on this page and the StazOn on this. And the stamps that I used, just for your reference, are from Spellbinders, and this is the Joanne Fink line. This is called Butterfly. Alright, let's go ahead and get started with these brush pens because they just look fabulous. I am not kidding when I tell you that they look like regular, they're not markers, people. These look like paintbrushes to me. And it's so cool because if you could get a good quality pen and if you can get these to work in the Bible, that would be amazing. But I suspect they're going to bleed through. I have never found, I can't say never. Depends on the Bible page too, because let me just grab one of my practice Bible pages. So sometimes I just have, a Bible that I can just mark on, that I can read still if I use yellow. It's not a big deal, but I can come in here and just test out and not worry about ruining one of my expensive Bibles. So if I come in here and just move that with my pen, this pen, you're not really getting it bleeding through too much. Let's try again. Let's do a darker color. Try to get it to bleed through a little bit. Just kind of lightly first. I'm just going really lightly on top. Just a nice little brush here. And let's see, did that go through? No, you're not getting any bleed through lightly. So now I'm going to come along the edge here at the bottom and really just push down the nib down. Push, 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 push. You know what these remind me of? These remind me of the Mermaid markers by Almost Jane Davenport. Even though they're not ink and they're not refillable, but just the way they glide and smooth. Okay, so you are getting bleed through. Okay, so light strokes on your Bible if you are not going to be gessoing the page. So light strokes like this and light colors, maybe you'll be fine. I'm not going to guarantee. And if you put a really dark line down, it's definitely going to bleed through pretty much every Bible. Alright, so let's go ahead and color the butterfly in. And we'll have the opportunity to play with this in multiple ways. So I'm just going to take my yellow and I'm going to go ahead and just color this in real quick, just this one here. And it just moves just beautifully like paint, almost like watercolor paint. And we'll let it dry too and we'll blend it in. Not blend it in, we'll layer on top of it. So I'm going to come in here and also color this page too, so that we get 2 pages. And I better, if I'm going to be smart about it, use a Bible mat so it doesn't bleed through. I know it's not going to bleed through on the gesso, but this side is not gessoed, so I don't want to take a chance that it bleeds through on multiple pages. I don't care if it bleeds through on the other side, but I do care if it goes on to the next page. What's also really great about these these paint real brush pens, is what they're called, real brush pens, not fake ones, is that you can mix right on the pen. So you can take this, see I'm taking this orange and just adding it to the top of this yellow. Okay, and I'm going to come in here and just, well, you can't see it very well. Maybe I'll do it on this side. And that gives me a nice little orange yellow look. It's just like painting. You can see me come in and let me just grab some more of this orange so you can see. And I can come in here, and then as I move my brush, I go back to my original color, which is yellow. Isn't that neat? So you can combine the colors super easy. I think that's really pretty. Let me just come in here and color more of that background in. I really like it. I love how these pens they're definitely giving out quite a bit of ink. And I'm using this on gesso. Yeah, I know I've said that already, sorry, I repeat myself. But I'm just coming in and just adding some color here. And let's do this. Let's just kind of create a little gradient. Let's see if they blend. So I'm adding the orange here. I'm going to take my yellow and then just kind of, move that orange. Yeah, it blends nicely when it's still wet. You can just push that paint right up. Isn't that pretty? That's unique. That is just fun. All kinds of fun. So let me go ahead and just add some of this yellow down here. And it's fun because I have the gesso, so we're seeing it's like this paint just kind of moves right along. And I'm going to do this. I probably don't need to do this, but I always wipe my nibs off anytime I put them on gesso. It's a habit, and I really haven't had any problems with clogs at all because I make it a habit like that. So if you're a person that gets a lot of clogs with your paint pens or with your precision pens, try wiping them off if you put them on gesso. This is real pretty. You can tell I'm having a great time with these pens. I'm going to do a little bit of kind of highlighting around here, and then I'm going to move that with this other color, this yellow, kind of blending it in just to create some depth, a little bit of depth here. I knew we were going to have fun with these pens, I just didn't know how much fun we were going to have. All I'm doing is blending colors right now, which is really fun. And if you want it to be lighter on the inside, then you push the paint away from the butterfly out. If you want it to be more yellow closer to the butterfly, you push from the edge out. There we go. That's pretty. And then I'm just going to blend this out into the rest of the page. It literally is just like painting. And let's go ahead and add some water to this. See how it moves, if it will indeed move with water, which it probably will since it's still a little wet. Yep. It is moving just fine with water, honestly. Fun. Fun. I'm just adding some water and moving it around and having a blast. And you can see here I'm just taking my pen, my water brush, and just cleaning off the nib on this piece of paper towel. Not paper towel, but towel. So like if you're traveling, shoot, all you need is these pens and these water brushes and you're good to go with any kind of painting that you want to do. Let's go ahead and add some other colors. Let's go ahead and add some blue. There's just so many pretty colors in this set. I'm going to add some blue right here. This is called Bright Blue. And I think that I'll just add a little bit of interest as well here. Maybe I'll blend it into and see how that looks. Turn it into a little bit of a green. Add some water and just see if we can get these colors to kind of just blend together. So pretty. All I'm doing is I'm pulling the paint towards the center of each of the leaves. It's gorgeous. Okay. Finish this up here. There we go. There's a little spotch there. What else should we do? I'm not really too crazy about what's going on with that orange right there. Maybe if I darken it up a little bit, I might like it better. So let's just go ahead and add some more color. All I'm doing is just applying the paintbrush, the paint pen, and loving the results so far. I love moving this color and making it really, it's just like watercolor. It's just beautiful. I'm having just a lot of fun doing this. So it's beautiful. Okay, so while we are here, I have no bleed through at all on the gesso. We didn't expect there to be any, right? Because we gessoed the page. So let's try here. So yeah, I am seeing just a little bit of bleed through on that yellow. So let's go ahead and add some of the darker colors. I know it's going to bleed through, but you know, let's just have fun with this. I'm going to go ahead and add the yellow, the orange first, like I did before. I'm just going to add some here and there. And it's doing great. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and add, where'd my green go? Or did I use blue? I think I used blue. I think I used bright blue. Right? Bright blue. I did. So let's go ahead and add that bright blue in here. And then I'm going to try to move it like I did with the gesso side and see if it does move, even though it's not gessoed. I suspect it'll move better with the gesso page, but let's give it a try. Okay, so I've done the markers there. Let's double check real quick. On the back, I am getting some bleed through here on the blue. You can see it for sure. It's not too bad though. Definitely workable. And now I'm going to go ahead and pull that color like I did with the gesso page. I'm pulling it towards the center. It doesn't move as much, but it does move. It doesn't move as much at all, actually, but it's still I think it's gorgeous. I'm interested to see how it affects the bleed through on the other side. But it's gorgeous. It's just, I'm impressed, I'll be honest with you. It's really nice. I didn't expect them to be this fun to play with or this beautiful. I don't know why I didn't expect it. I actually really expected to just get some markers and have them completely bleed through, but I didn't realize that these were blendable and you can layer on top of them too. So let's see if this is dry. And let's just say I want to come in with a little more orange and maybe just add some little doodads, just little swirls here and there, just to create kind of a neat little background. And they do, you can layer right on top of them. I'm not moving any of the paint below. This is so pretty. And then just maybe some little dots. Okay, so if we look on this side, you do get a lot of the bleed through, especially when I added that water. So that is, if that's a key factor for you, definitely have to gesso like we said before. So otherwise it has to be real light strokes. So light colors, light strokes. For example, if I do this one here real fast for you, just a little bit of the butterfly, just outlining the butterfly, and maybe I'll come in with some orange as well, just to kind of give you another opportunity to bleed through. Let's just check it out. So light strokes on the yellow, I had no problem with bleed through, but the orange light strokes are starting to kind of bleed through. So again, if bleed through is a problem for you, you definitely want to gesso the page, because you can see there's no bleed through at all on this side. And it's just really fun and to play with. Now that they're dry though, I wanted to try one more thing. I want to see if I can pull color up after it's dry. So I'm just going to come in here with this water brush and then just see if I can't pull color up. And just a little bit of, I'm just taking my pen and then just moving the color a little bit, and then I'm going to pull it up with my rag. And yeah, you can pull it right back up. So kind of reminds me of like Distress. It's definitely, well, maybe not like Distress. Distress is just a little bit different, but it does pull up like the Ranger brands do. Pretty. Okay, so now that we know for sure that the real brush pens, this set here, this real brush pen set, is beautiful and great, definitely great for art journaling for sure. So if you journal in an art book, you're going to love these. For your Bible, make sure that you put gesso on them and you can move them around and just have a lot of fun with them. I totally thought, I just had a lot of fun. You could tell, huh? And then if you do it on a non-gessoed page, you will have the bleed through, which you may not like. Then we also tried the wood pencils. So we tried this set here. And I said to you that they are really heavy woodless pencils, and they are absolutely really a good quality. They moved very well. I have had some pencils that I have paid $30 for, and they were not good. So these ones being only $18 on Amazon, they're good. So you'll be happy with them, I think. And no bleed through on that I could tell, but you know, I'm not going to guarantee it won't bleed through. So just, you know, try it out in your Bible. If you're afraid of bleed through, put some gesso on there. And then lastly, the water brushes. I definitely think they are a good value as well, and really fun for traveling. So I hope that this review was helpful to you. And if you have any questions on the Arteza brushes or woodless pencils or the water brushes, just let me know in the comments below. So I hope you have a fabulous day now. And if there's any review of a product that you would like me to do, please just let me know. You can email me. Go to our site at BibleJournalingMinistries.com and let us know you'd like to see a particular product, and we'll reach out to the manufacturer and see if we can't get it for you and do that review for you. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day now. Be sure to like or subscribe, and you have a blessed day. Okay, goodbye.